everybody, it's Diana with stampingwithdie.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Dies Shorts. I want to welcome all of you. We've been having a great week. We've been having some storms in Arizona. We had a big one go through last night and the wind was just like crazy, and we got I don't know how much rain, but in like a short time, and we even had hail. So when it rains, it pours, right? And then it hails. So wherever you live, I hope you're safe and sound. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So today I'm just going to do a quick card. I've done this layout before, and now we have some new one-horse open sleigh designer series paper, and this works perfect for this kind of layout, so I thought I would just revisit this in case you missed it before. So that's what we're going to do. It's also the last day to register for my early registration for my virtual fall social that is in September. So if you are on my list, you want to make sure you pay today if you want to save a bit of money. And then if I still have room from tomorrow, the 19th on to the 30th, there's still room, then it will be like a late registration, so it'll be a little bit more because we're pretty close to being full. I also have 2 spots open still for my one-horse open sleigh no cards and envelopes with the box kit. So it's 20 cards, and they're super cute, and I have a video where you can see those. I'll just show you the box just to refresh your memory. But I'm going to stop gabbing, and I will turn the camera, so close your eyes just for a second while I get adjusted. Alright, so you can see I'm going to use the cutter today. Alright, so yes, just a reminder, the host code for August, if you are ordering less than $150 before tax and shipping, please use this code. If you're ordering more than $150, then don't use the code because you'll get your own hostess benefits. But that allows me to do the goodies and the guts each month. And so this is what I was talking about today. So today is the last day for early registration, and this is an event that will be held over Zoom. It'll be streamed in a private Facebook group, but it's also recorded. So if you can't do the live or watch, in the YouTube or the Facebook group, you can rewatch the video on YouTube later. Take your time, pause, fast forward it, however you want. Okay, so also so this will kind of remind you. So this is the box you'll be making in that one-horse open sleigh class in the mail. And like I said, I only have 2 left. So make sure you register right away. Those will go out the week of the 28th. And okay, so let me show you what we're using today. So speaking of the one-horse open sleigh, that's what I'm going to be using for today's cards. And this is a 6x6 pack, and this is online, so it's super cute. I don't believe it's in the mini catalog. It might be mentioned in the mini catalog, but I don't believe it's got its own page, right, like with the other DSPs. Okay, so we're going to use that. And let me show you the stamp sets so I can get all this stuff off my table. Alright, so we're using Stylish Shapes for the die. This one and Nested seem to be the one I just always go to. I don't know why. I think it's the stitching, and they do have some fun shapes. So I'm using those. I'm also using the new Countryside Corner as well. This doesn't have the stitching, but it is super fun with those little angled corners, so that's super fun. I'm also using a couple brand new stamp sets, and these are in the September to December mini catalog that starts September the 6th. So if you don't want to wait till September the 6th, you can actually add these items in your starter kit. So I've had a few people join my team this month. I do have welcome boxes all ready to go, and they have been picking the mini catalog stuff, and then you don't have to wait till September. Okay, so if you do need more information on that, just let me know. So I'm going to use Merry and Bright and the Magical Meadow. And so if you are new, the Merry and Bright, it comes photopolymer. Now photopolymer is, you can see through it. And it sticks to the block. And then the Magical Meadow is cling. So cling is, and you can see I've only mounted the ones I was using. Who else does that? And this is the red rubber that we have all grown to love in regards to stamping. And then you put the sticker on, and then they also cling to the block. So you can, you know, there's different varieties. Okay, so let's bring over this little piece of paper here. So this is our cute little Bambi deer card. I just love this one. His big ears. He's like listening. Maybe he's listening for Santa. I really don't know. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to trim this down to 4 by 5. So when there's a picture on here, not just a design, you kind of want to decide how you want it. So what I did was I wanted my deer, and I have my little pieces over here. Excuse my arm. All right. So I trimmed a little bit off the bottom because you want to end up with a 4 by 5 piece, and that'll be for the regular size card. So I just want to trim off probably like an inch. Do I want an inch off of there? Let's just do an inch. So we've got our little deer, and now I want to have 4 on the top. So we're going to go 4 here. And then this is what I like to do with these pieces. So these are the pieces that I usually put on the inside of the card. Now you can trim them down smaller if you want. And then that was the bottom one. All right, so we have our 4, and it's by 6, right? Because it's a 6 by 6. So then you just kind of have to decide. You don't want to cut your little deer like too small. So, because he's kind of right in the center. So I'm going to go like, do I want him here? I think I'm just going to go here. All right. So now this piece of paper is 4 by 5. And then you can decide how you want to cut them. So usually I'll go like a 3 inch and a 1 and a 1. So, but you'll see if I go 3 this direction, I'm going to cut right into my little deer. So I turned it this way this time. And I'm going to go 1. So I'm going to go 1. So we have a 1 little strip. So this is what you also want to do. You want to keep them together. All right. And then do we want to do another little 1? So if I do another little 1, good. Because we want to kind of put a puzzle together. All right. So there's my pieces. And then my little deer. Alright, so we don't need this now. So then we have to put our pieces back together. Because I twisted them, and I turned them, and I cut them the other direction. So hold on a second. There you go. So it goes together like this, because I cut them upside down. So I have like 1, 2, and then a 3. Alright. So let's put our card together. So I chose crumb. So depending on where you cut them, and I have one I did before, and I cut them in a different order or whatever. So it just changes the look. All right. So we have a little deer. Get this over here. And so we have this. We also have this piece, right, that I cut off. So see, this could be over here too. So you just kind of have to decide. So if we want our 3 in the center, this could be over here, like that. And then this goes here. So see, you have like a 1 inch, a 3 inch, and a 1. So it gives it a different, different kind of look. All right, so let's go back to the 1, 1, and the 3. And I'm going to use the green tip glue. It gives me a little bit of a wiggle room when I'm gluing. If I use the seal, once I stick that on there, it is stuck. So I like to have a little wiggle room when I'm doing these tri-panels. All right, so we want over here, so we're going to do the left, and then this little one is going to go here, but I don't want to glue it yet. I just want to have it kind of be its placeholder, and then the deer is going to go over here. All right, so we're going to do left, right, and center. And these little bottles I just got off of Amazon, and they just hold the regular mono glue, but it gives me just a little bit more control. All right, so now I just want to put my deer, and I'm just trying to mirror the edge of the other side. So again, you have seen me do these before, but I thought, you know what, I didn't do them with this paper, and this paper is so cute, and when it has a scene like that, I think it just makes this style even more fun, because it reminds me of artwork where you have like multiple artworks glued on or put on the wall, and then they all just kind of continue on. So look how cute this is. And then I just picked a Oh What Fun for my top, and I have a little bit of glue. There we go. All right, so we're going to go Oh What Fun. I'm just going to use some dimensionals, and this is that. Which shape was this? This was the Nested Essentials, is where you get this shape from. All right, so Oh What Fun. And I'm just, having it grow clear across there. Now we could put bling and all that, but I'm just keeping it plain. I want to get all my Christmas cards done before I start adding embellishments and things like that. That way they're done. All right, so there's this one. So you can see, depending on how you cut, so this little one, I cut him a different place. So this deer would be in the center, so you'd have the 3, like you'd have the bigger one in the center. So it just depends on how you cut them. All right, and then let me put this on the inside, and it has that pretty green on the back, and this is just the top of the trees that I cut off, so don't waste that paper. So that's why I like this kind of layout, because you're cutting it at 4 by 5 for that DSP, which gives you that inside little 1 inch to put on the inside of your card. So it's just a great way to not waste any of your 6 by 6. All right, oh, let me get this over here. Okay. And then on the inside, so look how cute and how quick and oh what fun that card was. All right, so there's that one. All right, let me do this one here. So we have another little one here, and this time it is the fox. So we have our fox. This is the inside piece. Same thing, I just did 1 inch strips. So that goes there. And this one goes here. So this time, the fox is in the center and instead of the side. So it just gives it a different look. All right, but I'm still going to glue the same way. So I'm still going to go left. And this paper on the back has this really cool wood grain look, which is super fun. All right, so we've got this side. And then we'll just put our fox in here just as a placeholder. And that's just going to help us this one in the right spot so we don't put it too close to the center. I love this. It has his little footprints in the snow. Do you see that? See his little feet prints? Alright. And then, so this is a great little layout. I just love the tri-panel. Alright. And I didn't even back these. I just glued them right on the card. So that's also going to keep your card thinner. So if you do, you know, send a lot, if you make thicker cards, you might have to put more postage. So this is going to keep your postage down if you do send a lot. All right. So I also did the May the Season of Sparkle, Bring Joy and Delight. And I'm going to put it over here because then it kind of looks like the fox is looking at it. All right. So I'm just going to do some dimensionals again. So if you are worried about your card being too fat, you could glue this directly. You wouldn't have to put dimensionals. But you know me, I like a dimensional. And then again, I would finish all my cards before I added my embellishments. But this would look so cute with some bling on there. But again, I kept it fairly simple to start with. And then this little piece on the inside. Like that. And then just trim our edges. And onto the card. And I just chose Real Red and Crumb. That's just the cardstocks I grabbed today because they went really well with the patterns that I chose. So isn't that cute? So another simple one. Alright, so now I did 2 tri-panels, but this time I picked this, the one that I put on the box cover, right? Little house. So this time I picked this, and I didn't want to cut my house. So what I did was I trimmed this paper to 3 3/4 instead, so it's a little shorter. And then that way it allows me to, I just did a 2. So I just did 2 pieces instead. And with this one it's kind of fun because it looks like you purposely cut off that, the tree with the lights on it. But it kept my house all in one piece because I couldn't decide where I wanted to cut it. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to cut my house. So that's why I trimmed it a little bit shorter so that I could back this one with a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of cardstock. Alright, so the inside is just simply, you know, the piece that I cut off the bottom. And this has got some real pretty green on the back side. So it's a very well thought out pack of designer series paper because the seams are so pretty. And I don't know, we've just, our designer series paper the last few years has just been like crazy, crazy good. Alright. So this is just going to go on the inside. And I love that red card. Alright, so let's bring this over. So again, I just, you know, did the 1. But then this time, where's my ruler? I want to measure because I don't want to make a mistake. I'll tell you the wrong size. Alright, so this was a 1. But then this one is a 4 instead of a 3. So it's 3 3/4 by 5. Is the size of this. Okay, so let's do the same thing. I'm going to, since there's only 2 pieces, I don't have to worry so much, so I'm just going to use the seal because it's not like I have 3 pieces to line up. Alright, so I'm going to put this here like that, and then this guy is simply going to go over here. So 2 looks good. You know how I'm always like, oh, odd looks better. But with this scene, with that little cute little chalet or whatever, her little cabin, I just liked keeping it solid, but I loved to see that little white line there. So I loved how this one turned out. So you can cut, you know, your cards 3, 4, I mean, it really just depends. If you do like a slimline card, you could cut a lot more if you wanted. All right, and then I just chose Winter Wishes for my greeting. And I need to start cutting my dimensionals, don't I? Never waste your dimensionals. This little thing should be totally empty by the time we're done. And sometimes I cut my edges first, so then I'm just left with the middle. So whatever way is fine. Okay, and so I'm just going to go Winter Wishes right here. I like making it go over the little line. I mean, you could put it over here, but I kind of like having it be over top of that line. And then again, you could put your dimensionals once you got all your Christmas cards done. Then you could add some dimensionals like I did on here, right? I put some little glitters, and then everybody's getting the pack of the snowflakes in class. So I just kind of added some of those for the class. So that could simply be done for the card as well. So here are the 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. So they all look a little bit different. They're basically the same technique. This is the tri-panel because there's the 3, and then this is just a double panel. But they all look a little different just depending on how you trim your panels, right? So so let me know if you have done this technique. All right, let me say see you later, alligator. So got my hair cut. It's nice and short now that summer's almost over. But so yeah, so let me know if you have done this layout before, and if you did, you know, what DSP you use, because I think you can use like any, really, right? It's just important to keep them in order for when you're gluing them. So you sure don't want to cut a whole bunch and just put them in a stack, because then you're like, oh my gosh, which one went with what? So that's why it's always easy just to stick them in the envelope, even if you don't put them together right then, and then you can always come back and glue. But it's fun when it's actually a scene, so that it just kind of continues on. So anyways, all right, so I'm going to say see you later. I will see you Monday for my Mimeograph Monday with a Twist, 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. Have a great weekend, and thanks so much for spending some time with me this week. I really appreciate it. All right, bye for now.